Hey everyone, this is Russell Brunson. I want to welcome you back to Funnel University. Today I'm here with Stephen Larson. How are you doing?
What's up? Doing fantastic.
So Stephen is, as some of you know, some of you may not know yet, he is our new community manager for Funnel University, and he's doing some amazing things behind the scenes. And right now, he's going to have a chance to show you guys a really, really cool funnel. I asked him for a really cool, unique funnel, and he found one. So I'm going to have Stephen walk you through it. Okay, so I'm going to flip this around, and I'm going to let him kind of run this.
Cool. All right, so here's the deal. So I was back in Colorado at home, and my father-in-law's a painter. He's very good. And I was sitting down, and he's like, how do I get more leads? And I was like, oh, you don't know the kind of can of worms you just opened up. Like, I would love to tell you how to do that. And I said, well, first of all, let's go see what other people are doing. So we pulled the computer up, and we pulled the chair up on the table, and we sat down, and I just started typing in, painter quotes. How are other people doing it? And we start going through these different sites, and all of a sudden the site pops up, and I almost immediately knew what was going on. I was like, oh, this is clever. This is cool. I was like, everyone come here. And the whole family was kind of sitting around, which totally sounds geeky, but we were doing that. And we're sitting down, we start filling out this information. I was like, watch, in like 3 seconds, my phone's gonna ring. And we go through, we fill out this actual web page, and it was a funnel for sure. And at the end of it, I just held my phone out and it rang in my hands. I was like, what? And they're like, what? And I opened the phone up and we start listening. It's like, we just want to make sure this is a real lead. Press 1, And anyways, so it was really interesting. So I wanted to take you through this because a lot of people think, hey, we're online, we're building funnels. How do I bridge the gap between being online and actually taking a business offline? And that's one of the biggest hurdles that I've noticed people have, especially if they have a brick and mortar real business, you know what I mean? So if you take it offline and online at the same time, if you can make the two come together, your business becomes even more powerful. So I want to show you guys this funnel real quick. So this is localpainterquotes.com, and this is a quiz. Although it doesn't really look like it, this is actually the beginning of a funnel, which I think is what they're trying to do. So here's what I think is neat about this. Start here, it's free, right? They're directing you, first of all, and you're saying they're just asking for very small amounts of information at this point. This is small friction, as I call it. There's not a lot of friction. Hey, just enter your zip code in, right? And that's something that any of us can put out without thinking, which is why I think they did that. So you go ahead and you say, hey, this is my zip code, and right, there's not a lot to that. Why should I, what's gonna stop me from putting my zip code out? Nothing. So that's the reason they do that. But it's actually kind of like a gateway drug. It's kind of what it's like. You could go on this thing, and it pops you over to this next form, and it says, okay, now let's get a little bit more detailed on what's actually going to happen. So they want pieces of information from you, and whether or not they actually even use this information might actually be irrelevant. All they're trying to do is get you to push forward on this form. So what's cool is that I'll just kind of show you. As you click through here, you'll notice here on the right that your score actually starts going up. Oh, look, we're matching people based on what you say. We're matching people based on what you say. It looks like there's people on the side, and it's like this incentivizer to keep you going through the funnel as you move down. It's actually pretty cool. So as you go down and you fill this out, right, yada yada yada, you're saying, you know what, this is my problem, and yeah, I have this situation, and this defines me, and you're getting people to say, this is my problem, these are my self-identifiers, and you're getting them to admit to themselves that they have a problem. It's really kind of clever. So after you click look for painters, the very next page says, wait, oh, look, painters found. And up until this point, they actually haven't asked you for any of your personal information, but you're so vetted into what actually, into this whole process that by the third page, yeah, oh wait, you actually found someone? Let me go ahead, I gotta get these painters up, and you'll start putting in your information real quick because you are invested inside of the process at this point. Most people will take this form and they'll push it all the way over to the very beginning, and that becomes their lead. And so that's really interesting because this is a few more processes in it, but I guarantee their leads are a billion times better than anyone else is doing it. And so what's cool is that when you click and you actually say, hey, submit project, right now the word project kind of says, hey, I'm actually vested in this even more. I want a future relationship with someone and a painter. You wait a few minutes and you will actually get a phone call from these people, and it's basically an autoresponder that just says, hey, we just want to make sure, and it's a recording, but press 1 so that we know that you're a real person, right? Because what they're going to do now is they're going to go take that lead and they're going to go sell it out to somebody else. So anyways, I think it's fantastic. So I kind of want to draw it out for you in true Russell fashion. I hope I do it correctly. All right. All right, so the first thing we got going on is, we'll call us the local painter. Obviously, you can use this for any local business. So the first page I got here is, it almost looks like a web page, but there are no other exits on that page. Not that I see anyways. There's no other exits. So I have to think, that's actually a squeeze page. That's a landing page, not a website. And so up in the top corner,
It looks like a traditional website. That's the coolest thing.
yeah, that's what's so cool about it. It looks like a website, but it's not at all. It's a little landing page. So right here, there's a little tiny low barrier, very low barrier question that you put right here, and it's kind of a tripwire that trips you right into the very next page. And the next page, all you're getting to do is, it's more of like a quiz you could set up inside of ClickFunnels, and the quiz is saying really basic stuff. They're not asking about you. They're not trying to get any personal information at all. You're just trying to admit your problems, basically. So you say, hey, yeah, admit to me your situation. Admit your situation. The very next page on that is well, it's not quite a thank you page yet. But then, after you're into this whole thing, then we're actually saying things like, all right, what's your name? This is more like an actual opt-in form, right? This is where you actually start collecting information. I guess you could collect the information before, but it doesn't really matter to this point. Right, name, email, phone or whatever. And as soon as you click submit, right? Obviously there's a thank you page, but as soon as you click submit, this is kind of the cool part. It's gonna drop out that number, and you could use something like Slide Broadcast that ClickFunnels integrates with, or other software, and it takes that phone number, drops it out, and now you got, I don't know how to draw a phone, so we'll say phone call. I'm gonna draw it by writing it. And you're gonna get a phone call automatically back to them and say, hey, is this a true lead? Or can we qualify this as a lead? Can we actually go out and sell it, try and find you somebody? So that's kind of the whole process. And at the end is just a very standard thank you page. We'll get in contact with you. We're going out and we're finding someone for you that's your perfect fit, perfect situation and perfect fit, and make you think that you're actually, anyways, pretty fantastic funnel. And if you can go off and pull this off locally in your own business also, this is fantastic. ClickFunnels works just as well for local as it does online. That's a wrap. It's
Amazing.